Hello everyone, Owen here with another gameplay video. Now, usually I'll only bring you one, however, we're gonna just switch it up and actually bring you three. Now, I'm gonna be commentating on this gameplay and tell you why I did certain things, why I didn't do others, and just what led me to play the way how I played. Now, the first and second replay will be off Object 140s, while the third and final will be off a 121. Now, because I was late to this party, it's very much plausible to say that a tank with superb view range had made it ahead of me somewhere, to where it can spot me as I cross this open field towards my destination. Now, it's always advisable to point your turret, your strongest armor, towards wherever you feel the threat of an enemy round or enemy fire will actually come from, especially when you're in a vulnerable situation as crossing an open field. Now, poking out, I try and see if I can get a shot on that mill, but I didn't have one. Now, that was a very dirty shot on that scorpion, but you miss every shot you don't take, right? So I suppose it is what it is. Now, trying to wait for the enemy to pull back or trying to leverage that corner to where I'm already pre-aimed and they aren't, and they have to poke it and risk their hit points. Now, taking the advantage here, I just wait until that TPP makes a mistake. He just did, and we punished him for it. Now, we put a shot into him while he only damaged our tracks. I would say that's a very good trade. And if I had trades like those the entire gameplay, I would certainly not complain. Now, ultimately, at this point in time, I was thinking whether I should aggress on the enemy or hold off until they're a bit more beaten up. Now, I ultimately decided to wait, but the one important thing on this map is that this northwestern corner, it oftentimes make or break the outcome of the game. Yeah, yes, it's possible to flank around, but normally there are cheaties there to dissuade any would-be heroes. Now, as this TPP comes out, we punish him and he dies. He goes down, so we then push around to get his friend here. Now, 4 quick draw. I wasn't counting at the time, but now we can definitely see that he expended his rounds, and I was a bit cautious there, but at the end I didn't take him out actually, but I wasted a shot on him nonetheless. Now moving on to the next tank, I enter sniper mode here. I'm expecting the tank to continue reversing backwards to where I'll get a tracking shot into him, or whatever he did not, so it was awkward time where I held my fire. Now, beats back to artillery here, I see a TD that was definitely caught out in the open. Trying to make most of it, I rush him, try and put a shot into him. I came out a bit more than I should have there, however, I did not get punished for it. Now, punishing this TD for being caught out, put shots after shots into him. Now, in a few seconds, there's a lot of things about to happen. Now, I just dunked my shot into the side of that hill, allowing that guy to escape. Now, coming out, I see a VK, put a shot into his engine, sets him on fire, pulling back into cover. Now, I just got shot in the back by ISU, yes, to see that, but I see a TD aggressing, so I take care of him. He's on low health, he's a one shot, easy to get rid of. Now, I seen that those ISU started to bob and weave, try and avoid a shot. That shot right there that eventually came and missed. Now trying to flank, try and get away from that ISP. I spot a SPG and trying to hope that he doesn't put a shot near me or in my postal code. I put a shot to the M103 and start to chase after that artillery. Now, earlier in that chaotic mess that was just a few seconds ago, where all this killing and damage was taking place, now, I sent a platoon request to the MX that was on my team. He has 3 kills, I have 2 at this point. hoping to get a third or even fourth. Now, I'm not sure if he just hasn't seen it or he's waiting until I have 3 kills, but we'll see as this game plays out. Now, that cat artillery, it's extremely fast, and I can't even keep up with it. Now, at this point, my gun was out of position, but I just quickly swing it around, punish that GW for having such a bad team, as if it was his fault. Not really. The upside is that my teammate now he had accepted, and now we can get Bubba's armed. Now hopping straight into the next game here, being aided by this object 907 will be very important along with the bat chat. Essentially everyone that accompanied this right flank did a superb job in holding off the enemy, and definitely with coordination and teamwork when it came to taking down tanks. Now, I'm never quite sure where to actually go on this side or this flank, but the standard play is to side scrape and wait for an ambush opportunity. Now, I want to actually cross over to the actual streets and pavement, but there's a T-62 blocking my advance. I see him pull back, gives me the chance to pull right into the street corner, so I do so. Now, wild E50M appears. Now, I want to actually cross now. I'm attempting to side scrape, but I see that he just fired at my teammate, so I made most of it and I advance. Pushing up to this this mound of rubble and simply trash, I hold this corner, trying to get shots on anything that comes around. AMX-50B comes out, so a tracking shot into him that also damages his tank. Now, a wild T-62 appears and immediately put a shot into him and put another one into him right there. Now, at this point, I suspect he has some type of Amarak problem because he didn't fire at me, even though I was in one of the most vulnerable positions ever, but he did not have the ability to, or simply wasted. Now, E100 comes out, try for a shot, I tracked him, try and bob back and forth, see where he fires. If he fires, he does so, and I can come out and put another shot into him that takes up the tracks. But I suspect at that point he used his repair kit to put it back up. Getting splashed by artillery there. I know that it's the tier 10 Batchat, almost pushing my ally out of the way here. I quickly switch flanks. Now, being on the left side of these buildings, I'm trying to get away from the artillery. Now, pushing up to this mound, I see a Batchat, and for some reason he zergs us, but far be from me to question the all-knowing power of the Batchat. When the enemy is making a mistake, do not interrupt him. Napoleon Bonaparte. Now, 3 against 1, I will definitely call that a mistake. Now, I get punished for poking out, and I see a E100 here, and in a very compromising position, so I take advantage, and I damage him. Getting stunned by artillery again. At this point, I'm worried that the enemy object 140 is going to have a shot through those windows, but I pull back and start aiming on that corner, trying to see if I get a shot. But I got a shot, not where I was expecting, but I'll take it nonetheless. Now at this point, we have the momentum. We just killed a few of their tanks, damaged countless others. Why stop here? And momentum is a bitch. It can turn on you on a drop of a dime. Now, pushing up, I see that AMX and that Object 140 is going to get into a scuffle, a feud, which is only one-on-one. Now, the AMX was backing up for a second, but he pulled back out and got caught out and paid for it with his life. Now, leaving me in a 1 versus 1 fair fight. Do not like that. However, I took him out. Now, I'm a one-shot. I'm trying to see where best I can serve my team. See that Object 907 has that corner against those 2 tanks, so I'll lead him to it. Pulling back, I see that there are 2 tanks, 2 allied tanks that are one-shots, and a E100 pushing them. So, while the E100 was not looking, I took him out, punishing him for his aggression. Now, returning to this mound, I see a T-628 coming out, send a round downrange. However, that bounces off his start. Thinking about evading him right now, but he seems to have his hands full, so it's ample time to take advantage. seeing if I can get a tracking shot into him. However, it bounces off his armor instead of his tracks. Now, if I had tracked him in that situation, we could have had him locked down in between myself, the other Object 140, and the tanks pushing in from the west. He would have been cut down, and all we had to do was contest with one artillery. And the chase begins. Now, he is a two-shot for my gun, so chasing after him, he harasses one of our artillery pieces, but quickly driven off by the presence of myself and the other Object 140 enemy artillery, getting a nice splash in there, no damage, however, for the tanks are stunned. Now, bobbing and weaving through these tracks, I started to threaten him with just my presence alone. Now, the game is almost over. He's the only real threat here. There's no need for me to charge right in, waiting for the Object 140 to shot into him, to where I can just get down and easily kill him for the win. Now, pairing in the Chinese Tier 10 medium tank, the 121. This is the Chinese answer to all those Russian Tier 10 medium tanks that are out there. Now, packing a gun that you would more readily see on a heavy tank, but this gun definitely does well on a medium tank when it is applied. In the case of the 121, has a decent rate of fire that allows it to stay different but still be a brawler when compared to the Russian mediums. Now I see a Batchat, a tier 8, while I'm a tier 10, I'm a medium, he is a light, it seems a bit uneven, so that's the perfect fight to pick with the enemy. Now spotting tanks to my left, I know that I'm in danger of being flanked, so I start bobbing and weaving, pulling hard turns, making it harder for them to successfully hit me. Now I ram the light tank and push him out of the way, out of line of sight from his allies, to where it's solely one-on-one. Trying to angle, I bounced a few shots, but he ended up putting one shot into me, which I punched him for with taking his life. Now, at this point, I poke out, I spot a few tanks. As of this moment, nothing yet so far. Now, from the outset, I had committed myself to being aggressive. I was aggressive when I had pushed and assaulted that AMX 12-ton. Now, facing off against 4 tanks, I cannot afford to do so. Now, momentum, she can turn on you on a dime, and I will attempt to be aggressive here and get somewhat punished for it. Not this one when I shot into that T-44, however, later. Now the WZ punishes me, however I see an E75, aim the first shot into him, he snapshots and misses. Now, the WZ is aiming from a lower elevation, which means that he has a harder time hitting my poles, which is what he did earlier. Now just then, he had actually hit my hull. You can see that I was attempting to find where he shot. Now in this tank, you have lousy gun depression, and at this point I'm trying everything that I can do to work with it and get shots on target. Now I've lost half my health. At this point I look down and see the team map and see that we are pushing quite successfully on the other flank, and that there is no need for me to be aggressive. So I turn to somewhat of a passive gun fortress. Now there's definitely a risk to having that WZ firing at my cupola constantly. However, again, as I had said, he's on a lower elevation, I am on higher. His chances of putting a shot into my cupola are slim to none. You can see him continuously try throughout this gameplay, but he only successfully managed that only once. Now, having to be aggressive, I keep poking out, keeping those enemy tanks spotted and lit, always having knowledge on their whereabouts. Now, this not only threatens them from making aggressive moves against my teammates, but it also gives my teammates time to push up, get closer towards them, and aggress upon them. Now, always keeping my presence there, always keeping that threat present. See the double Z trying to make a move, I put a snapshot into his tracks, however, allowing, allowing some tracking damage from that allied tank. Now, not quite having a shot into that WZ, turn my attention on the T-44. He seems to have had enough, starting to back down, starts to turn around. I can see this. Trying to put a shot into the WZ, did not pan out. But I see that the T-44 is continuing to try and make a break for it. Now, tracking him, I fire a shot into him, allows my enemy, my allied team, that was to finish him off. Now this T-54 Mod 1 starts to make some aggressive moves, keeping an eye on him. Another chance on that WZ, but I missed it. Punishing that Mod 1 for poking out. He pulls back in to the safety of that rock, aiming down range. I see a E75 and a Tiger 2. And a shot into that E75. He buggers off. That WZ seemingly either fell down or now I'm trying to have a shot on this Tiger 2. I don't exactly have one. Trying to wait for him to make a mistake, somehow slip up to where I will get the advantage and fire. Waiting, and I see it, and I fire and take him out. Now there's only one tank left. Throwing caution to the wind, I charge right in, auto aim, and put him out of his misery. Now I really do hope that by showing you these minor things that I do, the things I do and the reason why I do them will help you to improve your gameplay and improve your experience of this game that we all love and hate, World of Tanks. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.